So, I'm a bad YouTuber, and we all know this, but I said when I began this whole thing that every Tuesday I would do like a weekly update. And it's Wednesday, and yesterday's video was not a weekly update. So, this will probably come out tomorrow, which is Thursday, but it'll be the weekly update for this week. And we're going to do it from inside this Bobcat because why not, right? As you guys can tell, I am somewhere different. I'm actually up at my aunt and uncle's ranch for a few days with my dad. I hope the acoustics in here are okay. Look at me talk about acoustics like I know what an acoustic is. That's funny. Anyway, okay. Just gonna position this properly. I'm such a good YouTuber. Okay, so weekly updates. Life has been good. Stampede finished on Sunday. I was there Saturday and Sunday with a friend. She spontaneously decided on Saturday morning at like 6 o'clock in the morning to phone me and say, "Hey Jax, what if I flew from Vancouver to Edmonton? Would you be down to pick me up and then go to Stampede?" And I was like, "Girl, like, you know how far Edmonton is from me?" And she's like, "Yeah, but it's so much cheaper." So I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And so I drove all the way up to Edmonton, picked her up and two of her coworkers who were also going to Stampede, drove down to Calgary, had a blast at Calgary in the evening at like 4 until, I don't know, like 10 or 11. Went back to another friend's house with my Vancouver friend. Had a really nice night. We watched Jumanji. It was just like, honestly, it was a bit of a fever dream because it was just so wild. And like at one point I looked over at my friend. I was like, "I can't believe you're here. Like 2 days ago we were talking on the phone and like talking about seeing each other in August, and she's just here. She just bought a ticket and flew out." It was awesome. I loved it. So that was really fun. That was, I wasn't actually like planning on going to Stampede again. I had been already a few times, but it worked out so well and it was so much fun. And yeah, so that was really good. That was really fun. The gym is going good. I'm liking my progress. My ankle is almost fully back to going good. I'm not running on it yet, but it is feeling way better. Coda wants to come up here, but sorry, Coda. Say hi to everybody. I don't know where the other ones are. Anyway, that's Coda. You'll see him lots. Anyway, yeah, gym has been good. Ankle not quite recovered. What can you do? What else? Sorry, I realize I'm really not a very good YouTuber. Like I'm posting every day, which is apparently important, but like my topics are kind of random and I kind of just talk about what I want to talk about, and I like listening to your comments and stuff. But I'm really enjoying it, actually. I will say, like, of all the social media things that I do, YouTube is by far my favorite right now. I don't know. I just get to be opinionated and I get to talk to you guys kind of more directly. And it's like long form. Like TikTok is fun. I enjoy TikTok, obviously, but it's so short, you know, like the 6-second or the, like, sometimes I do like a minute long video, but it's so short. Like you don't really have time to like get into anything, like any of the nuances or the nitty gritty or like, I don't know. So, and I also grew up watching YouTube. I didn't grow up watching TikTok because TikTok didn't exist. But, yeah, I don't know. So my dad and I are up here at my aunt and uncle's ranch. We are helping out a little bit. We're actually going jet boating today. So I'm sure I will have some like videos or something on Instagram or something of jet boating and exploring and that kind of stuff. So I'm excited for that. That'll be fun. We're doing some kayaking. My cousin is in from the city, which is really cool. We're like northern Alberta. Like we're like far up there in the boonies. Yeah, as you'll see, I've filmed a few videos already up here, so there will be a few that come out throughout the week here. But yeah, I'm excited. It was kind of a spur of the moment trip. My dad was like, "Oh, like my sister needs help," and I was like, "Oh yeah, let's go." So we're up here hanging out, having fun, talking about philosophy, as my family does. We played this game called Rummy Cub yesterday. And my cousin and my aunt and uncle are kind of known for like cheating, and my dad and I are kind of like innocent little bystanders. And I don't think they cheated, but my dad and I didn't win any single rounds of the game. It's like this weird tile game. You can look it up. It's fun. It's really good. But yeah, we're not sure if we're gonna stay another night or not. We sort of really play it by ear. My mom's back home at the farm with my brother. So yeah, everything is kind of taken care of. It's all chill. The mosquitoes up here, guys. Oh my gosh. I thought mosquitoes were bad at our farm. Not even close. Not even close. Northern Alberta has got that place beat 1,000,000 to 1. It's insane. It's like crazy. The dogs, like the mosquitoes don't really bother the dogs because the dogs have such thick coats, like thick fur, but you can see them like crowding around like their noses, and it's just like, that's insane. Like I'm covered in bug spray right now trying to prevent getting eaten alive, and I've still been bitten like a whole bunch, like on my lats. So I hope my lats don't shrink because of that, but I don't think that's a thing. Yeah. So yeah, that's essentially like the update. I don't know. There's not a whole lot more to talk about. Last week was really fun. I did a whole bunch of Stampede events. I got to see friends and family and everybody. I'm planning on seeing my grandparents over the weekend, so I don't know if I'll do any filming while I'm there, but that'll be good. Yeah, it's been very good. You know, life has been busy. I'm really trying not to overthink. I'm trying to handle anxiety. I'm trying to just work on myself. I'm trying not to stress about things I can't control. It's just generally just, you know, thriving and living every day like it's my last. So I had a lot of comments on a TikTok video where I talked about my like heart condition. So if you don't know, I have like a heart condition. I was born with it, and like I get blood tests pretty regularly and like stress tests and things to see if my heart's good or whatever. But essentially, if something's gonna kill me, it's probably gonna be my heart one day, and it'll just go. And there really isn't like a whole, like we do the blood test and everything, so we try to have like a good idea of like where my heart health is, and I work out and I do all these things to try and help my heart. But one day my heart is probably gonna be the thing that like ends me, and I've known this forever. And like happened with my grandfather, it happened with his mother and his mother's mother, and it's just, it runs in the family, you know. It's a bit of a thing. And yeah, they don't consider surgery until you're way older and, you know, at risk of it. Like currently I'm not like a super high risk, but my heart does still act very strange. And so I had a lot of very nice comments. You guys were all very sweet. Like, oh my gosh, like you need surgery, go to the Mayo Clinic, like do this. It's like, no, like this isn't like something that can really be fixed at this point. But the reason I brought it up, and the only reason I talked about this heart condition, is because I like to think of it as like there's like a little machine that sits on top of my heart, and this machine is like slowly beeping and it's just doing its thing. But one day it's just gonna go and like that'll be it, you know. And so I've always viewed it as this like thing that one day like this could be your last day. And so it makes me like really appreciate life. It makes me like, any time that I see or hang out with one of my loved ones, I make sure that like I wish them like, I love you so much. I love you. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, or like I'll see you next week or next year or whatever. Like I never leave a loved one with a bad goodbye. I'm really good at goodbyes because you never know when the last one is. And it also makes me appreciate every day fully. And so I live it really hard. I live life so full on, and I like that. I wouldn't want it any other way. So I had a lot of really sweet comments, a lot of people being very concerned, but please don't be concerned. Currently my heart is in full health. I had a blood test on Monday. Heart's good. Life is good. I'm appreciating every moment. It's fun. I'm in a Bobcat right now. Like I remember my dad, this was like our farm Bobcat. So I remember as a kid, my dad would like take my brother and I in it, and we would go rip around, or we'd go move muck with the pigs, and it's just a fun time, honestly. I love it. So it's kind of cool sitting in here as years and years later. But yes, life is good. I'm enjoying it. Leave me your comments and questions. I'm going to do another Q&A at some point in the not too distant future. So if you have any questions or things, absolutely. If you have like topics for videos, definitely let me know. And apparently I need to start plugging my Patreon. So we're going to quickly do that. So if you want to leave like, bye, thank you, have a lovely time. But I'm just going to quickly say, so I have a Patreon. It allows me to do all of this stuff. And I post on it regularly, like updates throughout my day. So if you're interested in like what I'm reading or what I'm doing, I post on Patreon all the time. And I think it's like $5 a month or something like that. And I talk to people on it, and it allows me to have daily conversations with people. So I have a bunch of people on there and we talk about stuff. They recommend videos or like topics that they're interested in. They're like, hey, like, how do you deal with this? And I'm like, oh, I'll make a video on it. And so like some of the videos you've seen have been recommended by Patreon supporters. So if you're interested, absolutely, I'm going to start linking that down below so that if you're interested in doing that, you sure can. Obviously, it's not required. Like I still talk to people everywhere. I'm really bad at like trying to market myself or stuff like that. But yeah, so if you're interested, definitely hit that up. But anyway, guys, thank you for dealing with this ADHD fueled update. I know I say ADHD and ADD all the time, but like I genuinely have them. So like I'm not like putting light of a situation. But anyway, another ADHD fueled tangent again. But anyway, guys, I will talk to you tomorrow, and thank you so much for being here.